Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker on the PC. Guess I'll rest again. So, yeah, last time, long video, we did the whole temple, tomb, mites, kobold sort of thing. It was very lengthy. And, we're ready to move on. Looking at our quest log, we still, of course, have to defeat the Stag Lord, who's the real villain here. Tartuccio is just a nuisance. We also had a nightmare from this river, so we have to go check that out. And, oh, we can hand in the moon radishes. I didn't do that yet. Yeah. In the interim, I did quite a bit of respecking. There's going to be a lot of respecking throughout this playthrough. But that's a big thing that I enjoy, so I really don't feel bad about it. So first of all, we respect Amiri. And this is really a pretty questionable spec. We'll see how it works. I tinkered around with this quite a bit. I tried a few different builds. We spent a lot of money. Eventually, obviously, $1,000 is nothing, as we know, but, you know. I really wanted to keep her as a barbarian. That's really kind of, I feel, core to her character. You'd think that the sword would be pretty core to her character, and I think it is. And in fact, you can't even unequip the sword, ever. You can swap to a different weapon set or anything, but you can't unequip the sword. It's part of her character. So, yeah, there's that. But I wanted to make her a barbarian, but the problem with just being barbarian and unarmed is barbarian doesn't want to be unarmed. It doesn't gain any specific benefits for unarmed. So you really need to multi-class if you're going to go for that route. So I have one level in barbarian, which is what she starts with. So I kept that. And really that's just to get rage. And you get fast movement as long as you're wearing light armor or medium armor, not carrying a heavy load. So, I mean, that's nice. And rage by itself, even with nothing else, you know, it's not bad. You get +2 bonus on melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, thrown weapon damage rolls, and will saving throws. You do get the -2 to AC. And 2 temporary hit points per hit die. I mean, no matter what, you have one level in Barbarian, you get all that with Rage. As you level up in Barbarian, what you get eventually at level 11, you get Greater Rage, which bumps all those numbers up to 3. And along the way, you get Rage powers, which are pretty good. And you can kind of make an unarmed build work, but you have to, like, go with, like, rage powers that give you claws or give you bites, things like that. And there's kind of a limit to that you can only have so many bites, like 1. So, you know. So instead we went with Brawler, and specifically I went with the Snake Bite Striker subclass because they get sneak attack, and I figured that could be pretty good. So we get improved unarmed strike as a free feat. We get scaling bonuses to our unarmed damage as we go. So it's a 1d6 from levels 1 to 3, 1d8 from 4 to 7. We're not quite 4 because, you know, we had a multi-class. But next level, it's going to be a 1d8 for each of my punches, then a 1d10, then 2d6, 2d8, finally 2d10 at level 20, which we won't get as a barbarian, but still. 2d8, 2d10, not that big of a difference. And then if you're large, those bump up even more. So we'd already get 1d8, and next level would be 2d6 if we're large, and so on and so forth. So scaling buffs to your unarmed damage is kind of essential, and Barbarian just doesn't get that. You also count for monk feats, so you can get like Stunning Fist and things like that. Brawler's Cunning bumps up your intelligence to 13 for the purpose of meeting prereqs for feats, combat feats. You get Jabbing Style. So when you hit a target with an unarmed strike and you have hit that target with an unarmed strike previously that round, you deal an extra 1d6 points of damage, so even more damage on top. And Brawler's Flurry. You can make Flurry of Blows as a full attack, so we get an additional attack on top of it, so that would be 3 attacks now. And of course, Sneak Attack, which adds 1d6, assuming we are flanking, pretty much. We also get Snake Feint, but that's not really that good. Okay, so right now, just on paper here, she's doing 2 attacks at plus 10, each doing 1d6 plus 5. But as we've seen, that's not really the whole story, thanks to Sneak Attack and Jabbing Style. There's going to be more damage than that. I have not tested this in a fight, but I have somewhat high hopes of it being decent. And I went ahead and grabbed Extra Rage as a feat. I don't know if it's really necessary, but we can rage for an additional 6 rounds per day. And yeah, so that's all that. Okay, pretty solid. Then that leads us into Valerie. Hemmed and hawed, but what to do with her? I was looking at the shop and I saw that they had an Elven Curve Blade +1, and I was like, oh, I heard some people saying some good things about Elven Curve Blades. It's a 2-handed finesse sword that with an 18 to 20 critical range, which is pretty good. That's basically what you'd want. So I'm like, okay, let's go for that. Let's go for an Elven Curve Blade 2-handed build. And I was looking across all the classes, and I was like, okay, I don't want something that's just completely against her kind of character or anything like that. She's kind of a bit of a renegade. She's a lawful character, but she doesn't want anything to do with like deities or anything like that. She's very specifically like, I don't know if she's an atheist or not. I think she is. Yeah, she left the order. She might still be... She might not be an atheist, but she doesn't really have a great connection to the gods, to say the least. So there's that. So I settled on Ranger, and specifically the Freebooter, because it's actually a pretty solid subclass. So Freebooter's Bane is a move action. You can pick a target. You and all your allies get a +1 bonus on weapon attack and damage rolls against the target, and that increases as you level up. And that lasts until the target dies, or you select a new target. So that's pretty awesome. And then at level 4, we get Freebooter's Bond. So as a move action, all allies within 30 feet who can see or hear the Freebooter gain an additional +2 bonus on attack rolls when flanking for 1 minute. I don't know how often we can use this or anything like that. Again, it should say that shit, but yeah. We also got Endurance as a free feat, but, you know, whatever. So aside from that sort of typical 2-handed stuff, we grabbed Cleave, combat reflexes, weapon proficiency with Elven Curve Blade. You do have to waste a feat to get that. I think we got Dirty Fighter as a free thing. Oh no, that's a trait. Yeah, okay. And weapon finesse, of course, I had to take. So we had to invest some feats to make this work, but she's swinging with a +10 for 1d10 +4 on an 18 to 20 crit range. It's solid, and the freebooter stuff is really big. Okay, that brings us then to Taco B. I didn't change class or anything like that. She's still a Skirnir. I still like that, but I was looking at it and I was like, oh, you know, they mentioned like shield bash. They mentioned shield bash here and there. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I don't have shield bash. How do I get it? And you have to take a feat. You have to take a feat to grab it. So, I respect, we got shield bash. And you take it lets you basically do an extra attack with your shield, but you take all the weapons, the penalties for 2-weapon fighting if you have a weapon in your other hand, which we do. So, I guess theoretically you could just remove your sword and then just attack with this, but it won't even let me put the shield there, and this has no attack. Although it says 7. So I assume it's 7, but I don't know. So this would do 7 to 10 damage on a +7. It's not really that great. But right now we're looking at a +4 and a +3 doing okay damage. It's not really ideal because Skirnir and Maguses don't really get the wealth of feats that you need for 2-weapon fighting. So I've taken 2-weapon fighting to try and lessen the penalties. It would be a lot worse without it. But we need more than that, obviously. So chances are I'm gonna have to dip into fighter just to grab a few feats to make this really work. So I don't think we're gonna get to true Magus at level 20. And probably we're gonna, I doubt we're gonna go back. I mean, maybe we'll get to 16. Maybe we'll get greater spell shield, or 17 maybe for the final arcane weapon. I don't know how much we're gonna go into fighter, but I do think we need to do a little. And we even get fighter training starting at 10th level. Magus counts half his total Magus levels as his fighter level for the purpose of qualifying for feats. And if he has levels in fighter, these levels stack. So it's kind of, I guess, assumed that you're going to grab some fighter stuff to make it work. All right, that's all that. We should be good to go. Sure, I'm going to have to fuck with some hotbar stuff. So I was talking to Octavia. I was just going through her dialogue and stuff. And she really, like, her and Ragongar, like, they were slaves together most of their lives. So they really kind of bonded. But she also is really kind of afraid of him. Because he kind of treats her like his property. In a way that she doesn't care for. And he's just kind of a scary dude with how far he's willing to go to, like, punish slavers and stuff like that. So yeah, she's really, you know, sweet and nice and all that, but he's a little scary.
Adventures
I'm
call to
listening.
them.
Okay, she doesn't obviously have a whole lot going on. Yeah, obviously I want all that on.
How may I help?
What's the holdup?
I am yours to command.
Freebooters bond, yada 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 yada. Cleave. Yeah, leave cleave on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, where was I? Yes, I think we're all set. We could throw on some buffs. Surely I have some buffs somewhere.
And Lindsay was called for.
Like this. And I could put this on.
Done.
And we have Bless. Although I actually have legitimate Bless. Not as a level 1.
Ready and willing.
Toss enlarge person on a Miri just because it's good.
Give the order.
And then I think we're set. You can use this an unlimited amount of times per day, every day, all day. And it just lasts a minute. Okay, wow, that's really a good ability. We're in the middle of a torrential storm. Really gonna fuck my movement rate good.
I believe I found something.
Yeah, I mentioned this at some point when I was playing Wrath. Is that like the weather effects seem so much greater by default in this game. I mean, just look here. Stormy weather slows down movement by half and reduces visibility, resulting in a -6 penalty on perception checks and a 20% chance to miss on all ranged attacks due to concealment. Like, it's really like, and it just feels like we're in this horrible storm. I mean, lightning is a little, it's going a little ham, but the corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand, clenching a sinister-looking spear, is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand is placed heavy on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to your skin, and trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. There you are. I sense evil, but not evil committed by this poor soul, no. He arose on account of some evil done to him. So it was you who sent me those nightmares. Gurgling, deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision and flooding your ears. All else becomes muffled, as if you are trapped underwater. You shake your head to cast off the apparition. Who are you? Davik Nettle. A long time ago, this person, then a living man, came here from Brevoy, constructed a rope bridge, built a house, and lived in it, collecting payment from those who crossed the river. How did you die? You see a vision of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warm against your cheeks. 3 men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered horn. The Stag Lord. Man, this game makes me sneeze. Angry faces, a quarrel, the glint of an unsheathed sword. Suddenly, the Stag Lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of the house has unleashed his hounds. A burning smell stirs you awake to the sound of loud barking. Flames are crawling up the walls, the sound of breaking glass, the bitter cold night air. You are outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. You hear the guffaw of 10 throats. You run, already in the middle of the bridge. The man in the antlered helm cuts one of the ropes. An ear-splitting scream fills the air. What do you want from me? Death to the Stag Lord. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something you're going to do anyway? It makes me want to do nothing just to spite them. Very well, I shall meet your judgment, your vengeance upon the Stag Lord. Come later, take the spear. Ooh. You're going to give me some badass spear in exchange? Hell yeah. Okay, well, we buffed everything for no reason. So there's no fight here. $5 coins to cross the river. So yeah, he had a nice little toll business.
Requires your attention.
And Stag Lord wanted a piece of it, and he said fuck off, and Stag Lord did not fuck off, did he? Okay, so we can't actually cross this river then. And the Stag Lord's fortress is here. There's not a whole lot else to do other than just go for the fortress. Or we can go right in here. Oh god. Large water elemental, level 8, outsider. CR8. I know.
Here I
Just
am.
letting the ink dry.
See.
I'm listening.
I won't let you down. I wrote it like I saw it.
Blood for Gorum!
Still occasionally want to charge. Boat. Ow. Ow. Well, that don't feel too good now, does it?
Let us strike as one!
Yeah, man, his heels are just not... Alright, man, that's okay.
Serves you right.
Tear them apart!
Yeah, I mean... That's 22 damage after reduction. That's not bad.
Consider me provoked.
Do not falter! Onwards!
It's better than missing, right? Brilliant. Really brilliant stuff.
You deserved it.
They go down!
Yeah, it's better than missing. There you go. No problem. Or lesser restoration. I guess, to be fair, they do give you a lot of those to make up for the increased amount of ability damage. I don't know how good of game design it is overall, but yeah, I guess they do something. That's it. It was one elemental. Okay. I guess.
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, sure. All right, we need to hunt again. So, CR Hunter plus 11 is pretty good. And she could set the alarm. We can make Shepherd's Pie. Also +1 bonus on all saving throws for a day. That seems to be very common. Yeah, we basically have two different effects we want. So Wrath definitely improved that aspect, where it's just like there was a lot of different cooking benefits that made you want to swap things around once in a while. But sure, I guess shepherd's pie. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
All those nights you always talk about are men. Weren't there any women? A band of men sounds pretty sad and depressing. Oh yes, there was a Vudrani tiefling named Vivriel. She was a talented caster who could manifest energy weapons to strike her opponents. She sounds beautiful and deadly. Kind of like you.
Nice. God damn it, Taco B. I don't think you've succeeded in making a single meal. To rest one more time.
I'm glad that being a slave didn't harden your heart. You are very strong.
I'm just the way I am. I think my owners wanted me to become as wicked as they were. So I do the opposite out of spite.
Ah, shepherd's pie. Just what we need to storm the Stag Lord's fort. I hope we're ready for this.
Right here, my friend.
Well, that's his personal favorite. Provides him with plus 1d6 to channel positive energy for the day. Wow, nice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the Lesser Bless, and I'll put on Hurricane Bow, and we'll put on Enlarged Person. And we'll stick with that. Here we go.
Now, this is a surprise. I'm on my way to pay the Stag Lord a visit, and I don't expect it to be a friendly one. How about we go together? I'd appreciate some help during the fight.
Wow, that's probably the worst voice acting I've heard so far in this series. Why'd you decide to rebel against the Stag Lord?
I used my head, finally. I grew up in Restov, choking on hypocrisy. The Aldori make like these brave, noble defenders of justice. But they're afraid to do so much as bark at Shatova. The Stag Lord, he seemed different. Mighty, menacing, like a huge wave rolling toward the shore. He said he'd build a new kingdom here, and anyone brave enough...
All right, I can't take it too much of this. It's too much of like, I'm reading a script.
Who's been kind to me. I was wrong. What's the plan? A fight's a fight. They'll...
Yeah, direct, okay.
No, fine.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna look for an alternative way in. You don't just charge in the front door. This isn't a video game. Ooh. Fisted him. I fisted him. Let's delay.
This is for you!
Nice.
Any last wishes?
Nice. I don't think we really need to turn-base this, but we're here, so...
Repent!
Here. Give her the flanking bonus.
Bring it!
Oh, Jesus. Well, it's not as explosively satisfying as the two-handed, but it's still pretty good. Well, not going in that way. And there's nothing else that way, so this way. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look into non-combat speed, and I didn't. What's the name of this mod? Bag of Tricks. Let me just Google real quick. Okay, it mentions, someone mentions. Okay, it definitely allows it. So it's somewhere in this mod. It's somewhere in this mod, according to what people are saying. um, Make the party move as fast as its fastest member. The speed can be adjusted via a multiplier. So that would be under map and travel. Oh, party movement speed multiplier. There we go. So it's set to 1. So we want to set it to like 1.25. Yeah, they seem a little sprightlier. Maybe it was a placebo. I don't know. I hope. Hope it did something.
This is where I step in.
Oof. It's not good.
You forced my hand.
Why don't you have charge on your bar? We do a lot of charging in this game. Why don't you have charge on your bar? And coup de grace. Nice. Oh! Wasn't a very big hit, but whenever she kills something, it's nice.
You can't stop me! Serves you right.
Ugh.
I'll try to make this swift.
That was a crit for 2 damage. She loved that shit. Better.
Stay behind me!
Ooh, very nice.
Tear them apart!
Oof. Very, very good. Very good stuff.
Consider me provoked. You deserved it.
You deserve it, zombie.
So
Lindsay said so. Not how much we're charging. And charge this much throughout all of Wrath. I'm not sure why. Maybe I was just... I don't know. I don't know why.
They go down!
This is for you.
Yeah.
Last wishes.
All right, I think we got this. Simple stuff. Yeah, I do think we move a little faster.
Victory!
I really want to turn base this whole thing. Not really. Oh, Zombie Lord's kind of rough, though. Oh, God.
Dawnflower, grant me strength.
I can't keep this up much longer.
I die.
Well, we saved a lot of time, but we kind of paid for it.
Share your trouble.
But we've got some channeling. We've got some good channeling here. There you go. And there's always some yummy potions. Good, good. Right as rain. Take those scimitars.
I'm not afraid.
Be Gorum!
Jesus. I think Valerie's doing some work. Taco B just did 18 damage with her longsword. Crit. Pretty good. None of those were... No, hold on. There we go. Give me that. 723 bucks. That's almost a respec. And a heavy pick +1. Okay.
Adventures call to them.
Yeah, I mean, just look how much nicer this movement speed is. Really something good. Okay, this seems like a way that I should be able to break in. Oh,
Forget it.
I've been spotted.
Who dares disturb me while I'm drinking?
All right, that's fair. Okay, I think we want to head back to the entrance to meet up with the others.
Face me if you dare.
Brawler, Alchemist, Bard. Okay, let's do some Freebooters Bond. You little bitch. Oh, you're gonna get it. Roll a 1.
This is where I step in.
Yeah, we're also a little lacking in buffs here.
Magritio, Turinos.
Alright, well, we got 1.
So tired.
Shit. Well played. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Yeah, exactly. Fucking bring it.
Serves you right.
Yeah, without Hurricane Bow, she's a little weak. I don't want to blow all my spells in this first little skirmish. Got a long ways to go. Could attack the sleeping guy, but I'm just gonna go here. Oops.
So tired.
How's that an op? Alright, fuck it.
Tear them apart!
You deserved it.
Repent!
Yeah.
You can't stop me.
Well, you know, even with dual wielding, she does okay. She's still got +9 to the roll thanks to flanking and freebooter's bond. So, yeah, you know, you can still make things work.
Let us strike as one.
Coup de grace, man. Coup de grace.
They go down!
Any last wishes?
You forced my hand.
There you go. Now you're saying stuff. Yeah. Is he not helpless? He must not be helpless right now. He must have woken up immediately. But now he's gone back to sleep. All right. More potions. Really should look into making my own. We never did that in Wrath, but in Wrath you have fucking Darren. It's just you never have to worry about healing ever. gonna take the time to buff. That was a questionable decision.
Magricchio, Turios.
May as well.
Down.
There you go. What do you bet the dog's gonna just attack him? Yeah, okay. Move on in. No charges happening here.
Do not falter!
Not that we really need a lot of
This
assistance.
is where I step in.
A lot easier fight than the first one. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Pretty good. Can't really complain about it. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. Just the explosion of gore when they stand up. All right, there you go. Welcome.
Get a nice walk in? Can we go to the fortress already?
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. That's probably
It's
better.
you, girl. Why have you come?
You made it out to see us. Quite an achievement for someone who claims to be king of these lands.
Okay, oh god.
Your tongue, Cressel.
No, I've had enough of following you like a dog. I'm here for blood, Stag Lord. One of us won't see the end of this day.
All dogs try to bite their masters eventually. They shouldn't. These lands are mine. I won't let you take them from me.
Well, that went well. Dovin from Nizrock. Oh shit.
Onwards!
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is definitely a good idea. I'll go ahead and copy you. Let's go ahead and just hold on. Go here. Shock and grasp this dude.
Go.
There you go. Oof, rolled a 2. Rage. Rage.
Bring it!
Ooh, nice crit from one of our buddies. I could glitter dust. This isn't selective, but
Yes.
something. Should have done it on that guy that went invisible. Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking there, man. Be real honest. God, I have to go all the way around. I'm gonna send the Phantom all the way around. Should I buff again? Probably.
There.
We're gonna need her to do damage to the Stag Lord up there. Go ahead and Freebooter's Bond.
Stay behind me.
Oh, even at the invisible fuck.
Aperane sentes.
Let me think. Could fire. I could do Blessing of the Faithful. On Valerie. Oh, this fuck. That's not good.
Tear them apart!
Jesus. She just double crit. You rolled double natural 20s. Did a total of 46 damage. Very nice. Oh, they got a fucking owl bear. Oh, the owl bear is not really theirs, is it? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and glitter dust this dude.
Yes.
Okay, we're all buffed up, so
You right.
there you go. Something. So they're just gonna deal with the owl bear. That works.
Let us strike as one.
Okay, we're doing fine, really. It's really buffing his ass up, man. Nice. Why are you buffing yourself so much instead of packing something? Your people are being slaughtered. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to really deal with the owlbear. I think it's going to be a problem. But, you know, it's worth a shot. Nice. Crit.
You deserved it.
You deserve it, Stag Lord.
Do not.
Nice. Pretty simple. See, they've got a little halfling archer. finally attacked, but it definitely paid off.
Healing fire. Oh, Sarenrae.
Oh, God.
See your light.
24 crit. Yeah. Stag Lord's definitely a problem.
Any last wishes?
Alright, color spray might eventually get.
Onward!
Might eventually work out.
We'll
Yeah, dude's fucking vicious.
always survive.
It was going well while the Stag Lord was just buffing every turn. There you go.
And, oh, after so long, I learned to stand. I
know of the pain you've endured in your life, but that doesn't excuse the atrocities you committed.
spare me your compassion, your judgment. I'll sleep now. I'll wait for her.
Got him. Okay, back down we go.
This is where I step in.
I mean, this dude's no pushover either.
Stay behind me!
Well, he has been pushed over. They still have a long ways to go on this owl bear. And I don't really want to intervene until there's nothing left. There you go.
Consider me provoked.
There you go.
Serves you right.
There we go. All right, I'm just gonna huddle over here. We'll observe the battle that's going on.
Something.
Actually, you could channel.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
He has way too many hit dice to be slapped, unfortunately.
Bring it!
But he might be tripped. No, not quite. Oh, you still got that loaded? Oh, God, I hate it.
You deserved it.
Yikes. Okay. Maybe glitter dust. There we go.
Tear them apart!
Nice.
Ba el Rizzi.
Nice.
Any last wishes?
I'll survive.
So much for being fucking blind.
Let us try this.
There you go. Done and done. Now, I wonder if a composite short bow is a better fit for Lindsay. Let's see. She's got +9, 3 to 10 damage times 3 crit. +9, 3 to 8 damage plus times 3 crit. Yeah, but is it a 1d4 in her hands? I figured short bow was like fine for her, but all right, never mind. There's really no reason to have short bows. Masterwork hand axes, stud and leather +1. Belt of Mighty Constitution +2, Ring of Protection +1, Chain Shirt +1, Agile Rapier +1, Savage Bow, Cloak of Winter Veil, Woodland's Aegis, Stag Helmet, Boots of Elven Kind, Lesser Bracers of Archery. Oh my god. And a Bastard Sword +1. Wow. Wow. Like everything I could want. And a Kukri +1. Kukri's pretty good. Should we pop into his little home?
Applause, please.
Here.
Do you think this is going to become like my capital?
I've discovered something.
I see something.
What sort of asshole puts traps in like his
Anything
bedroom?
else? It's just not my lucky day. I failed. I'm sorry. Applause, please.
Yeah, okay. Well, you got it eventually. Punching dagger +1, padded armor +1. This was a big win for us. Big ol' win.
I believe I found something.
Yeah, you did.
Applause, please.
And there's someone in there. Nugra, his father?
We will prevail.
Oh, who is insane, of course.
Do not falter.
All right, we gotta go wait for Taco Bee to go.
I'll try to make this swift.
We'll get him eventually, don't worry. There you go. Maybe we should find Nugra the Druid. Yeah, we did, we done did. He calls to her again, his queen. He drinks, he calls to her, he drinks again. I have no idea who she is. I can't even tell if she exists outside his own drunken vision. But I know he'll call to her and then he'll crash around angrily, yelling that she didn't come, then he'll come for me. I obey the rules, I do as he says. I keep silent until he allows me to speak, but he still beats me every time he drinks and rages. He said he'll burn my hands in acid next time. Will I still be able to write? Hide armor +2. Alright, I think that's pretty much all the loot. We'll do a quick one over around the fort before we tally it all up. This alchemist was the lone survivor.
I found something interesting.
God, there's still fucking bandits around. Used up all my channels. Oh God, there's a lot of them. Look at it, there was a whole contingent. Don't they know?
What's that?
Don't they know that it's all done? All right. Okay.
Serves you right.
Pashani Savitur.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Stay behind me!
This is for you!
I love the way they crumble. Nice. Doing some good work.
Bring it!
You deserved it.
I mean, it seems like he stacks inflict light wounds, and I don't know what. It must be an Onmyoji feature, right? I just don't know. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what gives him that. maybe I just really haven't used inflict light wounds, but it doesn't say anything about that. It really sounds like just a single spell. I don't know.
Let us strike as one!
I'll fight if I have to!
Pretty good.
Tear them apart!
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Any last wishes?
Okay. Hopefully that was all of them.
I failed. I'm sorry. It's just not my lucky day.
Wow, she actually triggered it. No harm, no foul. But I feel like there's gonna be another pack. Yeah, just get him.
You think that
I'll survive. I always survive.
I see.
I require healing. I always survive.
Wow.
Hey, can someone help me? What
Yeah, I guess that's why we do turn-based, isn't it?
chapter?
Because when I do real time, I just sit there and watch, and then we all die because I don't micromanage.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Tear them apart!
I mean, there's a lot of shit in this camp, man. If they had all just rushed into the Stag Lord's defense, he probably would be alive.
This requires your
Because that would be insane.
Applause, please.
Ooh, natural armor +1 and wand of vanish.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
a solid plan.
Yeah, no spells left.
Provoked.
Yeah!
Serves you right.
I should get within 30 feet, shouldn't I?
They go down!
This won't kill me. Let us strike as one.
God.
Forward.
This is for you.
least the wolves aren't coming in.
You deserved it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Damn it. What? That's not flanking? Come on, we're surrounding him.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Do not falter!
Aim carefully.
Not great, man.
I require healing.
Any last wishes?
Repent!
Thank you.
Onward!
Alright. Getting a little long in the tooth here for this section. We still got these wolves to fight. She's just fucking dead. Did she even drink? No. I literally have to come up with a heal somewhere.
Troubles you. We should prepare.
Well, don't I have this? Oh, she's back up. Then never mind. Yep, that didn't do anything. Sure, we can handle a few wolves, though.
You're but a footnote in our story.
Yeah, they're just a footnote. I mean, we'll be fine.
This is where I step in.
Stay behind me!
Damn it. Rolled a fucking 1.
You can't stop me.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Bring it!
That's not flanking. Why are your flanking requirements so strict?
Attack.
Damn it. Damn it.
Serves you right.
Let us strike as one!
Nice. That was pretty good.
Consider me provoked.
Tear them apart!
You really got to be all up in there for the flank. There you go.
You forced my hand.
You deserved it.
Nice. Okay. Let's really hope that that was it. Because that was a lot.
Done.
The path is clear.
A glaive +1.
I failed. I'm sorry.
God damn it. There's another location I have to go back to. All right.
Tread lightly.
Anything else?
Let us begin.
Think we're good here. Think we done did it all. Okay, let's sort by date. Going back here. Right. So we got a great club +2. No. Constitution +2. I think Amiri needs some health. Ring of Protection. Probably on Valerie. Chain shirt +1. I think you should take that. Yeah, good. An agile rapier +1 is pretty nice. If you have weapon finesse and use one-handed swords. I don't think Taco Bee has weapon finesse. Let me just see. +4, 6 to 13. +4, 6 to 11. No. I mean, the crit range is slightly bigger, but it's hard to say. The Savage Bow. Composite Veering. Grants its wielder the ability to cast Aspect of the Falcon spell 3 times per day as a first level druid for 1 minute each time. +3 on perception, +1 on attack rolls with ranged weapon. Critical multiplier becomes 920 times 3. Yeah, that's all really good. Veering doesn't sound good. Ignore a target's bonus to AC from partial cover and reduce the target's bonus to AC from full soft cover to that of partial. All right. I mean, yeah, it's a +1 composite longbow that's good. Nice. Okay, then we have Cloak of Winter Veil. +1 resistance on saving throws. Cold resistance 10. That goes to you. Sure. Seems like more of an Amiri thing, actually. Hold on. There you go. That seems more fitting for her. Okay. Woodland's Aegis. It's a +2 studded light armor. Studded leather. Allows the wearer to cast Bark Skin once per day as a 3rd level druid. Thinking maybe Amiri as well. Although Dex bonus, probably she benefits from it the most. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else want a chain shirt? I think he can't have any armor, right? She can take it. Stag helmet. +1 insight bonus to attack rolls against flat-footed and flanked targets. Yes. Good. Boots of Elvenkind, +5 confidence bonus on mobility checks. Probably we just want to boost whoever has the highest mobility, which is Lindsay. So, yeah. And lesser braces of archery for Lindsay. You can have these. Bastard Sword +1, no. Kukri +1. Again, like, the Kukri's good. But yeah, it's just like, how much of a trade-off do I want? That 1 extra crit %. Then hide armor +2, which is medium armor. I don't think I'm up to medium armor there, so it would pretty much just be, gosh, Lindsay, I suppose. I don't know if she can deal with medium armor. It's like slightly better for her. I assume she can't cast her spells if she wanted to. I assume so. But I don't know. Does that include like her buffs?
Anything is possible.
I mean, there might be a spell failure chance involved. I'm not sure. We'll see. Natural armor +1. Then probably just give that to you. And the glaive +1 is kind of a no. That's everything. We really have an extra chain shirt +1. Yeah, I guess we do. Wow, we're moving along, aren't we? Okay. Well, that was fun and exciting. Well, we'd have to get quite a bit of experience from handing this in to hit level 5, but we might. We might want to do that. Level 5 is a big level for pretty much every character. Breastplate +1, we almost missed that. Okay. Let's rest real quick. Just in case we get ambushed.
Your childhood is just mind-boggling. Do all the northern tribes treat their women like that?
Well, no. Not all of them. I'm the lucky one. I was born in the most savage tribe in the whole country. Even our neighbors looked at us like we're goblins.
Yeah, she's a tough nut to crack. Currently, I can just like click. Yes.
I need to catch my breath.
You know what? Just do a hearty meal. No need to waste resources.
Break you. But could you forgive those who hurt you and give them a chance to atone?
Hell no! These wretches had 100 chances, 1,000, millions. I'll think about forgiving them when they set all their other slaves free.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Boy, you really don't recover much health from resting. I think part of that is just we don't have many healing spells. So I'm beginning to wonder if I should just respec Tristan and just really make him a dedicated healer, because it's kind of rough out here. Hey man, Staglord's gone. We found his fortress and sent the villain to oblivion. And good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the stolen lands rather than just surviving. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It'll surely boost trade, but all the noise they'll bring with them, well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your great victory. Yes. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restov. Oh boy. Should I have done some other things for? I didn't hand in the radishes. No.
Good work. Nice.
God, it immediately already auto-saved. Alright.
See, I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it. You've pulled it off even faster than I expected. Very good. We were short of time, and these months you've won for us proved very useful. Lord Mayor Selemius especially appreciated it, and asked me to give you this little token of gratitude.
I was very fast.
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baroness before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time, as a ruler. But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
A young half-orc with impeccable poise. You already know about my encounter with Tartuccio.
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
Jemani, just what kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
Oh boy. What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Sertova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
Okay, what do I need to know about the current political atmosphere?
We, the Aldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be. Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Sertova, the former kings of Issia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Sertova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
Okay, what role do I play in your plan?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Issians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Sertovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? The Stolen Lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, If some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegr Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
Don't the Sword Lords have any other foreign allies capable of playing this role?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Eldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
What part does Restov play in this game?
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius.
Okay. If Natala's already here, why did she let you grant me the title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a Baroness, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
See, obviously this is an unbiased viewpoint. What happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players. I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Yeah, okay.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Politics, man. Politics. Hope you're ready for all that stuff. No last name, no title, just Lander. Let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. I am an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baroness with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret without servants so I can see it for myself. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. Are you from Restovic nobility? Just visiting. Uh-huh. I don't know, dude. That seems a little shady.
I'll go ahead.
Will you drink with me?
I have yet to become a baroness, and already it seems that someone wishes to poison me.
You insult me with such suspicions. Only a very foolish poisoner would offer a cup of death with their own hand and right here for all to see. If I wished to poison you, I'd surely do it secretly and with grace. But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
All right, apology accepted. What did you want to tell me?
As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kadira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
What could be better than a treasure hunt? I'm ready.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
Huh. Magar Varn. This man is obviously more comfortable on the battlefield than in the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. New ruler of Dunsword, your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. How'd you earn the title of baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. It's capital of a mercenary team, Varnleen Host. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of the most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and land to own. It was a dream job. Newly made nobility need to stick together. Otherwise, he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. Okay. Natala Sertova. Is this a threat? I would never. I simply wish to warn you in case you don't fully realize the fate that awaits you in your barony. The Aldori, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy. It will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure a strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in independent Restov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on even that, really. So instead, I should align myself with the lawful rulers of Brevoy, the noble houses. The Aldori won't dare to rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Brevoy avoid a civil war while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. She recommends Chandra Merve, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. I'll consider your proposal. I don't believe we've been introduced. Joseph Slemius. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. So, Noleski Sertova is the king. Okay, yeah, alright. Disappearance of the ruling house Rogarvia. In an event called the Vanishing. Every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It's a mystery. All right. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I would ask for a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building services through Restov's Builders Guild. Sure. I'm sure I'm going to make plenty of blunders along the way.
Like our little gathering, I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Before I begin, I'd like to talk about the envoy I'll be taking with me.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
All right, so there's the Aldori pick, which is her adopted son. There's the well, there's the royal house pick, I guess. Chandra Merve, which is Sertova's pick personally. And then there's Yelander, who's also part of the royal houses, but he's very just mysterious. He's also 17. It seems highly questionable to pick him, but he's also kind of an independent choice, sort of. He's still a member of a royal house, but he's definitely the oddball pick. I mean, I don't know. What am I hoping to have happen here? I don't really trust either side to any great degree. So I guess I want to be independent in the long run. So let's go with Lander.
Oh, the heir of House Lebeda. Naive enough to think no one would recognize him here. I wouldn't trust him. Who knows what he has in mind?
Okay, so House Lebeda, yeah. Sure.
Of course.
Okay, hold on. I think that's probably just about everybody. Here's Esvanki Keeg. He wears a simple robe. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of Rastil made of solid gold. I am Esvanki Keeg, High Priest of Arastil and Restov. Bringing law into the Stolen Lands is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful for any help you could spare. Yeah. Because it was her check, so it was a minus. I rolled a 1, and I had -1, so God, I'm shocked he doesn't just slap me. There's Hannes Drelev. This is the other new nobility. Oh no, this is the old nobility that hates the new guys. And you must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name, but you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and so Sword Lord Jamani is granting you permission to take his place, right? Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamani would have simply given all the stolen lands to me. Yes, okay. So you have no army and no special merits. You were just given land for being pretty. Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. but let's not ruin Lady Eldori's celebration. Not very polite for a nobleman. Brilliant.
Let's head out.
Alright, I think that's just about everybody.
So, how do you... Excellent. Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
All right, pretty sweet. Yeah, like I said, I figure most of the game has us in charge of the territory.
Victory. The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Welcome, Your Grace. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory and your new title. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I'm at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital's citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Restov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Aldori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. Where are my companions? You can always find Lindsay, just follow the noise and turmoil. Are there any citizens I should know about? Our old acquaintance Jod is right here. Erastil's clerics normally don't like cities much, but he's eager to serve you. Also, the emissary from Brevoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's also this curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit. A blind elf. Desna only knows how he managed to get here. He seems a peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd, so I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him now. A blind elf. The storyteller? I must admit, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. The people sense the moment, and today we're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I normally feel out of place among all the rejoicing, but today is just one of those days. Greetings, Your Grace. We are, well, your new subjects. We're selecting a site to build our house. It's wet near the lake and windy up here on the hill. A fine place to throw garbage at your neighbors' heads, though. Ouch. It's a good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, Your Grace. You recognize this place, Your Grace. This is where the Stag Lord's fortress wall used to be. Not that it saved him in the end, huh? Our workers did a fine job turning this bandit den into the heart of the town. The heart of every town is its main square. We plan to hold street festivities and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Dude, clean this shit up. This isn't orderly at all. Why did you set up on an angle like this? What is going on? And well, shouldn't you be facing the center of the square? And oh my god, I don't know. If you turn to the right from the square, you'll end up straight in our tavern. tavern's ale is blessed by Caden Kalian himself, I swear, and the lady who owns it is a gem. All barons can breathe fire, trust me. Welcome, your grace. Your grace, those are our guards. They keep order in the city or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Here's the observation platform. I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see to its full extent from this perch. The building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head to now. Welcome to your barony. You are about to make the unyielding stolen lands a prosperous kingdom. There's a long and arduous road ahead of you. You and your advisors are going to deal with matters of national importance, found and build up settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve pressing problems, and take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations from their subjects, promising alliances with other states, wealth for their treasury, and many other things. Good luck in your ruling, Baroness. See, now this is the exciting stuff. Now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Hello, my dear friend. Lander Lebeda, the young noble from Brevoy who you've chosen as an emissary, greets you with a distracted nod. I'm glad to see you in good health. I don't see how you remain so steady in these circumstances. But in truth, I shouldn't worry. A little effort in this barony will become a rich and prosperous land, right? Barony effects, community +6, loyalty +6, military +3, economy +3, divine +3, arcane +3, stability +3. New event, trade agreement with Sertova, agreement with Joseph Salimius, as Vanki's offer, pillage the Temple of the Elk, rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Wow. You may change the difficulty level of your barony at any time or set it to automatic. If you set to automatic, you won't have to deal with most government decisions. They will be taken care of automatically, and your barony will never fail. However, this will also prevent you from unlocking any governance-related achievements. Since ruling seems to be a new thing for you, I'll put the matter simply. There are two kinds of issues that the Baroness must address, boring ones and amusing ones. You have servants and advisors to handle all the boring problems, and you can give them orders from wherever it pleases you. But sometimes an urgent matter will arise, a dragon attack or the visit of some noble dignitary like myself. Events like these demand the Baroness's personal presence in the capital. We'll mark these events on the map, too. According to ancient tradition of Brevoy and most of the river kingdoms, rulers in these parts find it convenient to receive visitors and chop off heads at the beginning of each month. I know well that traditions can be tedious, but nevertheless I advise you to visit the capital on important days. But here's the main thing. You should start choosing people to fill the key positions right away. Your clerics, Jod and Tristian, were the first to beg for an audience. I'll leave you to your thoughts for now. I'm sure you'll make wise decisions. Of that I have no doubt. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baroness. I am confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Though, to be honest, this isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristian and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with putrescence. Ugh, I am disgusted with whoever could do this. And now there is a new woe. Tristian and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There is a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tristian and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescence as at the Temple of the Elk. There's a bald hilltop not far from here to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. Okay, this dark hilltop. Okay, I'll go there eventually. Well, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength. We predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the Bald Hilltop and resolve this issue. Great.
I feel tired.
All right. The barony has 10 basic stats, each supervised by an advisor. Population, loyalty, military, economy, divine, relations, stability, magic, culture, and espionage. Stats increase if your governance is successful and decrease if events don't end well or other negative factors are placed in your way. Don't let your barony stats drop to 0 or lower. This will cause your subjects to riot and your state will begin to crumble. Every 20 points in a stat will increase your rank. Rank 1 unlocks a corresponding advisor position for that stat. Governing your barony will require 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions as well as some of the stolen land citizens into these advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them will need to be convinced. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. They have their own opinions on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you may want to select characters whose governance philosophy is consistent with your own. Every barony stat gains a bonus from a specific ability of the appointed advisor. Only advisors may address the problems, opportunities, and sudden events that occur in your domain and require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. And we need a name for the barony. The Stolen Lands. I don't think that's an appropriate name anymore. How about the Reclaimed Lands? There you go. Or the Claimed Lands, I suppose. Alright, so obviously this is fairly similar to Wrath in, like, the setup, but we're not at war currently. We're just trying to run a kingdom, which is in many ways more interesting, but yeah, you know. Okay, so Regent. This is a link between the Baroness and the people. Well, he's the best at it. Okay, and then we have Counselor. Deals with troubles of the common folk and helps settle land disputes and agricultural matters. Now, if I make Tristan my advisor, can he still be in my party? I would assume so. General, the highest ranking officer in the army of the barony, and is responsible for watching the borders and protecting the realm. Ragongar's evil. I think Amiri is like chaotic neutral. We'll pick Amiri. The treasurer. I have no candidates available. High priest. Jod Kavkin or Harim. Probably Jod. He seems like a good guy. So we have no treasurer yet. And I don't even know, like, who would be in a position to do so. All right, trade agreement with Sertova. Yeah, that's the problem. Is I don't have a treasurer advisor. I don't have a treasurer. So, not much I can do about that. We can't have any sort of trade agreement until that happens. As Vanki Keeg, High Priest of Erastil from Restov, has strong interest in spreading the Stag God's faith across the region. He's eager to build a shrine dedicated to Erastil on your lands, but at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish to gain a useful ally and a place of worship for Erastil. Yeah, that's probably fine. We could plunder the Temple of the Elk. Prevents future restoration of the temple. We'd get 150 BP. which is our money, I guess. We get 32 per week. Or we can rebuild it, making it the center for Arastil's worship in all the surrounding areas. Unlocks a special region upgrade, prevents pillaging the temple. Probably the better thing to do. But he's busy with his Vanki's offer. We can declare the outskirts as part of our kingdom. Okay, I didn't know. All right. Yep. Short. Yep. God. You may claim new regions to expand your territory. Open the Regions tab on the right side of the screen, select the relevant project at the bottom of the screen. Claiming a region will allow you to significantly increase your barony's stats and found settlements in the new lands. One of your barony stats has reached 20 points. It's time for you to increase its rank. First, meet with your advisor and discuss the future of the state. Okay. All right, the outskirts are part of us now. Okay, it's a pretty big map. So this whole thing is like the map that we can roam around. We've only been in this like shrike area. So yeah, it's pretty big to walk from one end to the other. Okay, so we built shrine, or no, the first shrine will be free of charge. We've got a counselor awaiting us. Harim has a request. We'll get to that. Troubled lands. This area of the barony is said to be a breeding ground for bandits, brawlers, and cutthroats. Perhaps one of your advisors set aside these rumors and assure the people that the guard is able to protect them. I think Tristan is kind of better for that. Then we have crisis points, which you can spend. Yeah. Okay, so this takes 17 days to solve. It's a DC 12. So he gets a D20 roll and adds 7 to it. So he needs a 5 or higher. But the success chance is 80%. I don't really know how that makes sense. But sure. We could spend a crisis point to make it 100%. 80% is pretty good. I don't know how rare or uncommon crisis points are, so there you go. Let's go back to the throne. Greetings, Baroness. Your people need you. When the Stolen Lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief, but many are still confused by their swift change of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baroness, nor what to expect of you. Will you be a fair ruler for all, or only for those of wealth and status? Let us reassure your people. Show them where your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration would help to win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount on a luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony, but I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whose shoulders your power truly resides. Alright, so community culture +2 for holding a fair for the common people. Luxurious dinner is economy +2, relations +2. Or we could just take 20 BP, which is probably the worst option. Yeah, let's hold a fair for the common people. Okay, this is the greatest gift a ruler can give to her people. I mean, obviously we want everything maxed out, but that's probably hard to do. I heard, not that it's important, but, well, I heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarves of the 5 Kings Mountains runs through these lands. I don't know what happened to them or where they went. Unforgiving time spares no one, but the road itself is still here, and possibly not only the road. If you find any dwarven ruins in the area, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Okay, of course. I accept all quests. Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently, and I noticed old Bakken is just standing there, bored to death with nothing to do. This is most unfortunate. After all, the old grumbler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use for his skills, since the locals need nothing more than the simplest of healing potions. Then it struck me, why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decoctions and tinctures would certainly prove most useful to you. Yes, that is a good idea. Okay, good. Yep, we did that. Yep, that's going on. Support the counselor's endeavors. Spend 2 weeks resolving the loyalty of citizens in the barony. This will rank up loyalty. He's busy with the troubled lands for decades, though. And Ajad's free to start rebuilding the Temple of the Elk. 60 days he'll be working on this. Hot damn. Okay, this video's getting a little long for right now, but, oh, it is the fucking storyteller, so he's in both games. That's interesting. He's a very old blind elf. Yeah, okay. I mean, we know about the storyteller. I found the shards of an ancient artifact. Can you restore it for me at the anvil? The necklace of double crosses. Inside it, I sense a story of many deeds. Not heroic, but low and maleficent. If you find all 7 of its fragments, I'll be able to restore the artifact and recount its inglorious story. Wow, the ancient Rostlandic coin worth 1,400. Token of the Dryad worth 1,800. Ancient Cyclops coin 400. Dog tag 1,500. Wow. We just got paid big time. And that's before selling all this shit. We could respec to our heart's content. All right. When in doubt, save. Yes, that is very good advice. All right, I just want to do a couple things before we end.
My savior, you asked if we'd meet again, and here I am. I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power? I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lady, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
All right.
So long. I will await you there as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter snow.
Yeah, I don't trust her one fucking bit, by the way. I just want you to know that. She seems like the Fae or something, and I, never trust the Fae. All right, so we actually got these guys as companions now. So Jaethal is neutral evil. She's an inquisitor. She's apparently undead, although I don't know if that matters at all to her abilities. But yeah, she's a big scythe wielder. She gets judgments to boost her attack and stuff. Yeah. you know, she's probably pretty decently powerful, but she's neutral evil. Harim is chaotic neutral, much like Amiri. He is a Sacred Fist war priest. So he's an unarmed dude. Ooh, spontaneous healing. So he's an unarmed cleric. Destructive attacks. For 1 minute, ally gains morale bonus on weapon damage rolls equal to half your level. Wow, that probably gets pretty fucking nice. Huh. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't know how many like heals he gets or anything. Seems like, you know, he's not blowing everybody away. I don't know, man. I'm tempted to remake Tristian from the ground up and just make him like Darren from Wrath and just make him like the ultimate dedicated healer buffer. With like a bit of necromancy in there or something just to have some uses. Just is it's a lot more comfortable when I'm doing that. The Thorn Ford, is that where the ghost was? The zombie? Or was that Nettle? That was Nettle's Crossing. Okay, so I want to just go there real quick, and then I want to go back to the trading post real quick. Actually, hold on. Can we increase the travel speed on the map? No. You can teleport. A travel time scale multiplier. Okay. Set that to like 3. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't this just be the option? Like, why would I want to move slowly? Who enjoys that? Unless time didn't progress at the same rate. I thought time went pretty quick, but maybe not. Maybe it didn't. Maybe that is a cheat. I'll have to take a look at that again. Staglord is dead. Pharasma waits. Farewell, Taco Bee. Yeah. And he gave me a +1 short spear. Damn, it's not a real spear. It's not a real spear. Then yeah, it's essentially worthless. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. All right, so this takes 4 hours.
I need to catch my breath.
Is that 4 hours? I'm not sure.
I feel tired.
We should gather our strength.
I'll go ahead.
Here. 150 XP, $200. How'd you like to become my court alchemist? Ah, fine. Need a new laboratory, someplace to keep all my bottles and ingredients. A workshop. All right. So we're still not level 5. We're so damn close. It's gonna be an exciting level. But you know, you gotta work for it. Okay, let me just... We're about to end. We're about to end, trust me. But I just want to test the movement speed one more time. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat. Okay, so this takes... No. 1 hour, right? So it should be 6:46-ish. Okay, that was longer than an hour. So I think that the time scale is appropriate. So good. That's very good. So it just is faster, you know, all around. Okay, you'll find one in every region. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Artisan will meet, will ask you for a favor. A workshop blueprint will appear in the settlement. Jod is really overworked. Jod and Tristan are just overworked, man. I still don't have a treasurer, so that's a troublesome thing. A mysterious cult promoting idleness and debauchery has emerged in the region. This deprivation must be stopped. All right, we'll put Lander on it. 65% success chance, so let's bump that up to 90. There you go. And then you could just skip days. You cannot skip time while adventuring. Oh, well, that's different. That is definitely different. But we could race back home. 14 hours only. Look at that. Look at how pretty it is. Okay. There we have it. Barony. Ready to rock. Very exciting stuff. I mean, I like the whole war thing and Wrath and this giant, you know, balancing all the needs of the army and all that things, but this seems broader in scope, and I really like the idea of it. So yeah, should be cool. But for now, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.